The PG Track and Field Club up and running and jumping and throwing with the best athletes from the area. But this year they've added the services of a 17-year-old hurdler from Luxembourg who's impressing with his technique and grace on the track. Making the trip across the globe to join the Prince George Track and Field Club, Charel Karier is certainly a treat to watch. The native of Luxembourg arrived this year and says it took a while to find a sport that suited him perfectly.
First I played soccer for like 10 years, so that's a team sport. That's different because like you can make mistakes but your team still can make it up, and so it's not your own fault. And I really like that it's like you can work on yourself, and it's not like in a ways that you can give excuses or so. Like if you didn't do well, it was because your preparation or your practice was not good. And it's really like you can always see your improvements during the season.
The tall, athletic 17-year-old is graceful on the track, but he sees a lot of similarities and skills in the Prince George athletes.
Like the warm-up, for example, is quite the same as we do in Luxembourg, and even the practice, like it's always a warm-up, then the track workout, a little bit of technique, and then the cool-down, so it's pretty much the same. There are a few guys, especially middle-distance guys, like Alex Nemeth or so, which are pretty good for their age, and I'm really impressed.
Head coach Bill Masich says Karier's technique and grace has actually encouraged him to refine his approach to instructing.
He's an athlete. He's built like an athlete. He's really strong. He's got a great work ethic, and it's really nice to see him out here. Technically, Europe is probably more advanced than North America is. We tend to rely a lot on just raw strength and speed and skill. They work a lot on technique in Europe, and it's something that I'm trying to do more and more and more as a coach is focus on technique as opposed to, you know what, you're fast, let's just work with what you've got. Now, if you're fast, I'm looking at, well, let's improve some technique and clean some things up so that you can use your speed and you can have better technical abilities that will help later in the race.
The PGSS student is working on his hurdles and has some goals on the track before he returns to Europe.
I'm trying to make it to the provincials, but for the rest of the season, maybe sub 60 seconds on the 400 hurdles.
He'll return back to Luxembourg this summer, but Charel Karier says the experience on and off the track is one he'll always remember.
I've never been out of Europe before, so it was nice to see like a different culture and different weather. Like in Luxembourg, the winter is not that cold as it is here, and just to meet new people.